cosmic souls. How y'all really feeling out there? Good? I hope so. I hope so. If you don't know who I am, well, let me introduce myself. I am Fire, the founder of Black Girl Fire. Because we stay bringing that heat, and yes, and that's Orta. So, a little bit about me. I have almost 20 years of personal experience of learning how to re-enter an inaccessible society as a frontal lobe traumatic brain injury survivor. And I also have 10 years experience of conducting market research for my business, Black Girl Fire, which was developed during my second year at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, which basically started out as a tool to help me to re-enter into an inaccessible society and to help me to reclaim my identity as a member of the African diaspora, a woman, and a traumatic brain injury survivor. So, if you don't know by now, I'm going to tell you. Black Girl Fire is on a mission to pioneer the world's first neurodivergent focused social media production company. And yes, in that order. And welcome to Black Girl Fire's Cosmic Revolution. And today I want you to join me on a excursion as we peel back the layers of what contributes to the inaccessible society that we all are forced to navigate through. That's literally like a psych war, a freaking asylum. It's just mind-boggling to me that the needs that many individuals have to have power and control over others in order for them to feel like an ounce of power is ludicrous to me, but it's neither here nor there. But on today's excursion, the first thing we're going to do is to look up the term chronic behavior therapy. So I'm gonna share what I found on Google, and I invite you to do your own Google search and share your findings in the chat below, and let's share information and let's learn and grow together. This is what Black Girl Fire's Cosmic Revolution is all about. So cognitive behavior therapy is basically a psychotherapy that treats different mental health challenges and substance abuse. So it's really based on the ideas, thoughts, feelings, belief, and behavior are 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 it really affects our well-being, and how sometimes people thoughts and opinions of us can dictate our reality. And this is basically what cognitive behavior therapy is, and it helps people to react to challenging situation differently, in a more positive or more, I don't know the word that I'm looking for, but to have a more a firmer stance when interacting with challenging situations. I guess this is what this means. But this brings me to the idea of just like thinking about like accessibility needs for neurodivergent individuals, because like I know specifically for people who have ADHD and autism, we are highly sensitive and we can get easily stimulated. And I feel like cognitive behavior therapy is a tool that can really help a lot of neurodivergent individuals. And this is something I never knew existed in my 19-year experience of being a traumatic brain injury survivor. And I only learned about this through like ChatGPT. ChatGPT has literally been like a game changer. It has literally been like the accessibility tool I didn't know that I needed. Um, yeah, so I would love to know like what y'all found about cognitive behavior therapy, and have you known of it before, and how can you utilize it? And really thinking about the impacts of like medical racism, because I would say like medical racism is like a leading fact why I never heard of cognitive behavior therapy. Because in fact, like, I don't trust doctors. I hate taking medication. I don't like the way it makes me feel. So there's a distrust factor there with me. And I feel like all the times I was rushed to the emergency room or I was going on doctor visits, like, I never was provided with the information that I needed that can help me in my journey of re-enter into an inaccessible society as a traumatic brain injury survivor. But instead I had to find alternatives, like eating like a plant-based diet, exercising regularly, getting in tune with nature, using like gemstones and meditation, and just using holistic practices to help me to get to the state of where I'm at. Because like, I'm literally not supposed to be here, especially in this state. Like, after like I was hit by a car and I flew 2 blocks, and the doctors told my mother that if I didn't make it through the night, I was going to die or be paralyzed from the neck down. And so art has literally saved my life. Like, connecting with nature and holistic practices have literally saved my life. And I would love to hear the things that you are doing, especially if you're a neurodivergent Black woman. Like, what are some practices and some techniques that you use for to help you maintain your wellness and your well-being? And so the next thing that I want us to look up on our excursion is the ADA Act. So I took it upon myself to like Google it or so whatever. And this is like what I found. So basically, the Americans with Disability Act prohibits discrimination against people with disabilities in several areas, including employment, transportation, public accommodation, communication, and access to state and local government programs and services. Okay, so the ADA has literally been in existence for about 34 years, and people with disability are treated like second class citizens. Like we are constantly being robbed of our humanity, thrown to the wayside, and us advocating for ourselves is usually seen as being difficult, by non-disabled and neurotypical people. And I think that's a huge problem because the ADA, the main purpose of the ADA is to ensure that people with disability can have the full enjoyment of housing, employment, or different public services. And these are the reasons for accessibility and accommodation. This is the reason for the ADA. And it just makes me think of rigid business practices, because if you didn't know, but I'm all about disrupting standard business practices, because especially as being a neurodivergent Black woman entrepreneur, and I learned that the standard business rules and practices, it doesn't work for me. It gives me a lot of anxiety. It don't allow me to be free. It don't allow room for creativity, of freedom of expression. It it robs us of our humanity, where we are constantly in a state of trying to make a buck or trying to make a dollar in order to survive in this inaccessible society. Because we look at the current state the world is in for the average person, especially as we are still in a funny space with C-19. like yeah. And I have personal experiences with this, where by me advocating for myself has put me in situations where it's very stressful and overwhelming. But I but for me, I don't see no other way, because I'm all about being bold and taking up space, especially as a neurodivergent Black woman living in America. And it has been a journey, especially last year. I dedicated to unmasking, and I'm still experiencing the residual effects of unmasking. But I I was left open, I so vulnerable, so exposed, like in a lot of reflections of how I allow others' thoughts, opinions, and action towards me to dictate my reality, of how much I thought I was worth, or how I show up every day in this inaccessible society, and how I allow my problems and my circumstances to overpower me, instead of using my geniusness, my creativity, my superpower to envision new paths, new routes, new trends that I can soar in, that I can be my very best self in. And this is what Black Girl Fire Cosmic Revolution is all about. It's all about amplifying the voices of neurodivergent Black women within media, tech, and the art landscape, while providing them with the tools and resources to help them live a comfortable and successful life. And if you didn't know by now, Black Girl Fire Cosmic Revolution is on a mission to pioneer the world's first neurodivergent focused social media production company. And one of the things you need to be a part of Black Girl Fire's Cosmic Revolution hold on. I'm finna show you. This is the last part of Black Girl Fire Cosmic Revolution Excursion. So basically, what you need to be a part of Black Girl Fire's Cosmic Revolution is to rock your very own Dwa T. Now, you may be asking what DWA stands for. It's simply DWAA, simply stands for being disabled with an attitude. Because again, here at Black Girl Fire's Cosmic Revolution, we are taking up space. We are being bold. It is our mission to be unapologetic and to be brilliant and to not wait for others to validate our brilliance or to validate our experience. Because as neurodivergent Black women, we deserve full access to the full human experience. We are no longer allowing others to rob us of our humanity just because we our very existence disrupt the status quo. So make sure you copy your Dawati to join Black Girl Fire's Cosmic Revolution. And remember to be disabled with an attitude, because over here we are taking up space. We are no longer asking. Because by us existing as neurodivergent Black women living in America is enough. And yes, and that's order. And remember to be kind and gentle to yourself.